Over the last decade, the Real Housewives franchise as a whole has produced some pretty iconic memories and catchphrases that contributed to modern day pop culture. However, for many, the Real Housewives of Atlanta takes the cake. RHOA on Bravo was the top rated city of the franchise. Since starting in 2008, the various Real Housewives of Atlanta cast members have provided us with a lot to laugh, awkward moments, some tears, and one-liners that even some of your favorite celebrities love to quote.
You was gone with the wind, fabulous.
Now, of course, there are some requirements for being a strong peach holder on RHOA. Number 1, you must show some type of elegance. Number 2, know how to deal with confrontation. Number 3, dress well and be relatable to viewers at all times. Now, some peach holders have it and some just don't. And unfortunately for Miss Marlo Hampton, something is just simply missing. Hey you all, welcome to Josiah's World TV Media. Today we're going to do a deep analyzation of the current peach holder Marlo Hampton, or should I say LaToya Hutchinson, on the iconic show Real Housewives of Atlanta, and what my personal opinion on, should I say, reality TV vet. So the first thing what I'm going to go ahead and do for you guys is break down each season of Marlo Hampton and what she contributed to the show, and then at the end I will give my official opinion and commentary. Season 4. Marlo Hampton made her debut on the show in 2011 when season 4 premiered, joining as the fashionable friend of Phaedra Parks, but grew closer to Nene Leakes. She is a lover of all things glitz and glamour, worked in the fashion industry for a number of years, not to mention her previous mugshot. No shade. And dated high-profile men before becoming affiliated with the show. Marlo also didn't shy away from admitting that she loved rich older men who could help to fund her lavish lifestyle. She and Nene were thick as thieves, and Marlo picked up some of Nene's feuds with the Real Housewives of Atlanta cast members such as Kandi Burruss, Kim Zolciak, and Sheree Whitfield. Now, one of my favorite moments is when she had the infamous back and forth with Sheree Whitfield in South Africa. The two found themselves in some major drama during the trip when Marlo confronted Sheree about not inviting her to a dinner party. The moment has since gone down as one of the most iconic in Real Housewives history thanks to the taunting exchange that erupted between them. Marlo's first season ended with her last few minutes at the reunion being a knockout/dragout with Kandi over her sugar mama status, accusing her of taking care of her newfound love at that time, Todd Tucker, who she revealed used to work in production on the show. Kandi quote of the night was, "If I wanted to, I could take care of every mother in here."
I don't give a damn if I wanted to take care of every motherfucker in here.
Which she said in response to Marlo continued to take digs at her personal life. Now, the fans thought after this season, Miss Marlo Hampton would be for sure snatching that peach for season 5. But unfortunately, we didn't see her get a peach until season 14. Now, in November 2018, blogs exclusively reported that Hampton's use of gay slur during her fight with Sheree was the reason she never got hired as a housewife.
A little bit surprised at some stuff that was said by you. They got back to me that, Sheree was this and the third, and all she do is hang around. At the time, she was going to another gay guy's party and did not invite me. And I said, that's why you ugly, don't have a boyfriend, and go ahead on to your little party. Who cares? Say, sweetie. That's not how the conversation went. I'm not sweet. Okay. And anyway, that's why you don't have the man. Go ahead with them with your ugly, stupid ass. You bitch. I was just talking. First of all, I know. You get mad, that's when a lot of inner feelings do come out. The first word to come out the mouth is I've never said You know I'm saying I never used that word because when I just said it. Don't you worry about anything. You did say no, I did not say Oh my gosh, Marlo. Oh my god, I did not.
According to reports, Andy Cohen, who is openly gay, felt Hampton's comments was in poor taste. Now, Hampton did apologize for her comment, but Cohen was apparently not quick to forgive anything. Season 6. Now, in Season 6, we've seen Marlo in a limited capacity as now a friend of Kenya Moore. and we was confused as hell about the breakup between Nene and Marlo. Now first she was friends with Nene and was a part of Nene's wedding spinoff. Then she became friends with Kenya. Now given recent events, this does not go over well. Now the other housewives realized they keep keying when Cynthia Bailey at her husband's Peter Thomas birthday party. Now we seen how things kind of shifted a little bit and then seen a tussle between Nene and Marlo. But things got even worse at the Bailey Bowl when Marlo went off on Nene and Nene walked away.
Insecure. No, but you are insecure. And I mean, you gonna stop being my friend because I'm doing the next bitch.
Don't get that Donald Trump hair redone.
Nene later tells Portia Williams that Marlo is an opportunist, and we were so confused that episode. Now, after this fallout, Nene Leakes approached Bravo executives and demanded Marlo Hampton not to be filmed again. This happened before the wives and her husband went on a group trip to Mexico. Now, initially, Kenya Moore invited Marlo to Mexico with the group, but had to rescind the offer under pressure from Bravo, allegedly. Allegedly, Bravo was planning on having Marlo Hampton attend a season 6 reunion to confront Nene Leakes. However, that immediately got shut down when Nene got a wind of their plans and demanded not to invite Marlo.
I mean, you called Stephen Weinstock and Bravo at True and said, I don't want to tape with Marlo. I'm done with her. I need a break from her. I would never try and take anyone's job. Someone who I know is trying to work, and for you to take the time, it was one of my friends, to call New York and say you didn't want to tape with me, that just hurts. Well, I would love for her to admit I was wrong for calling New York Marlo. And I was wrong for certain things, and I've apologized on my last cast, and I will still apologize. But I can't never look up to an elder who, when they're wrong, you're wrong. It's like she has children. You're wrong, you're wrong. Nene, you picked up the phone. You called True. You stopped me from taping. I didn't do anything that bad to you. I didn't do anything that bad to you. And to this day, I would still never do anything that bad to you. I want to see you win. We don't have to be friends, but I want you to win and shine. I know your past. I know your story, your history. So I would think that you would have that much love for me.
Now, after making a brief appearance on season 8, Marlo Hampton continues to guest star in season 9, and we clearly see that she is in a much better place with Sheree Whitfield at this time. But viewers were surprised, or were they, to see that she had a falling out at this time with Kenya Moore. Now, according to Marlo, her relationship with Kenya Moore has dissolved because Kenya stopped inviting her out. She was none too pleased when she got snubbed on Kenya's B-Day. And according to Marlo, Kenya called her asking for ideas before the birthday party and didn't invite her, and then ended up inviting Nene Leakes. So Marlo gets into Kenya's face about it at Phaedra's pop-up party, and Kenya paid her dust honey. Now, as quickly as it began, it was over and out of everyone's brains. Now, later on in the season, things escalated on the glamping trip between Marlo and Kenya over Kenya not inviting Marlo to her party. Kenya apparently thought that everything was settled after she apologized, but Marlo was still angry after the apology. And that was apparent when she called her a
If a person's mother don't want to be bothered with them, you know something wrong with it. All right, Marlo, just shut up.
Marlo had some low blows, and she told Kenya that she couldn't keep a broke man, and if a person's mother didn't even want to be bothered with her, you know something is wrong with them, solidifying the end of Marlo and Kenya's friendship. Season 10 was the big return of Nene Leakes, and it seems like her and Marlo seem to be building their friendship back up, who kind of seemingly replaced Cynthia Bailey as her new lapdog. And we see Marlo go head to head with once again Kenya Moore and Portia Williams. Now at the season 10 reunion, Kenya revealed that Marlo attempted to blackmail Nene, and she also claimed that Marlo got with John, season 4, who Nene was dating, and took pictures of their phone conversations when he was drunk at her place. Marlo also said that John paid for her Neiman Marcus bill.
You're so good at acting, you really should act.
But it seems like during this tussle that Nene didn't say anything, and Marlo didn't technically deny Kenya's accusations. Instead, Nene was talking about how solid their relationship is now, and they were leaving the past in the past. A lack of denial might as well be confirmation, especially in this case. Now, the following seasons, we just seen Marlo go head to head with almost everyone, from Cynthia to Portia to Shamari DeVoe to Eva Marcel and many more. Hold on, y'all. Let me just say this. I can't believe I am making a video on Marlo Hampton because she's been on the show for so long but haven't really been relevant still until recently. I'm so sick of talking about her ass, but let's continue. Now, The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 14 saw Marlo earn her peach for the first time after years of serving in a friend to guest role. Many fans felt that she was more than deserving of the title considering all the memorable moments she brought to the franchise.
The day I found out I got my peach is the day I got a phone call from Urbans. Your Birkin is in.
One feud Marlo hasn't been able to end is with Kenya. The two enjoyed a short-lived truce in season 13 while judging Portia Williams' Strippergate scandal. However, with Portia leaving the show ahead of season 14, which is another whole topic itself, Marlo and Kenya went back to throwing their shade at each other. Now, viewers haven't been too impressed with Marlo's level of shade thrown throughout the season between bringing Kandi to tears and mocking Kenya's divorce. Fans have been criticizing Marlo, and as the season continues, fans was wondering if Marlo deserved her full-time spot. The fan also expressed her discomfort over Marlo featuring her family issues with her two young nephews on the show. Others agreed that Marlo might need to return to a friend role if her personal storyline only involves taking low digs at the other ladies and exploiting her nephews. And guys, I would just like to say this really quick before we move on. I felt like this whole beef with Kandi is so stupid, and I feel like that she just keep picking at Kandi because Marlo is trying to be relevant. And there has been a lot of criticism on Marlo with her being a full-time Peach member from different outlets, bloggers, journalists, how she just isn't really giving a full-time housewife vibes, and she still have the mindset of a friend of just stirring up drama without it being authentic. And now we fast forward to season 15, ratings are lower than ever, and people are really thinking that Marlo has something to do with the low ratings because they said that she's declassing the show. It has been open discussions about this on YouTube if you look at other YouTubers, and a big topic of conversation on Twitter. Now, I will say that I love Marlo's style. Marlo brings the fashions. Marlo's does bring, I guess the style to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But when it comes to organizing a original argument, it just don't come correct. And the thing that really bothers me about Marlo Hampton is that she always loves to start with people, but she doesn't know how to finish her battles. When she gets into it with certain people, it doesn't come off as authentic. Even with Kenya, like clearly you and Kenya would never be friends, let it go. And even with Kandi, like Kandi is messy, but however Kandi minds her business most of the time, and it's like she just keep coming for Candy's neck. I think that Marlo has got into it with every single housewife that ever existed on this show. So that's an issue. And granted, all of these women got into it at one point, but Marlo is like keep going back and forth. And I noticed that Marlo clings on to the person that she thinks will kind of elevate her. And I just need you to stop coming for people if you don't know how to read. Because what Marlo likes to do is she likes to be sarcastic and play this victim when every time somebody does come for her. But it's just like you the main one who comes for people. And now when you get read, you don't even know how to read back. You look stupid as hell. Face fall flat. I was one of the few people that really wanted Marlo to come as a full-time cast member. I'm not gonna lie, because I want to see her story with her nephews and everything, but it's just not working out. It's not working out. And Marlo, baby, you've been on the show for years. I think that Andy kind of knew this and the executives kind of knew this before, but I think that a lot of the fans was really egging for Marlo to come on as a full-time housewives, and it was like, okay, y'all want her as a full-time housewife, here you go. And I just feel like that it's just not giving. So I didn't really want to do a whole biography on her. I just want to kind of explain her time on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, this woman has she has her degree or whatever, but she also has a history of scamming. What are you guys' thoughts on Marlo time on this show? I would love to know your thoughts and opinions. Do you feel like that it's time for her to go? It's the end of the road for Marlo? Or do you feel like, no, let her stay? She earned, she deserved her flowers. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions, guys, okay? And let's go ahead and get that discussion in the comment section. And I will see you guys later. Bye.